Hi, my name is Mikailah Jimenez. I'm in your theater class. I went to go see Shanghai Nights, as you can see. Um, and it was a very fun and different experience from anything I've done theatrically. I sat in the balcony towards the middle, and it was a very different experience than if I had sat in the pit, and kind of played a role in how I saw the whole thing. Um, what I thought was really cool was the different colors and um, set pieces that I saw, because I've been involved in performances that had really dull colors or weren't as engaging with what was happening with the set. And here we have a constant set change, or the colors were super bright, and there was always a different kind of atmosphere going on. In addition, the actors engaged with the audience a lot, and I really enjoyed that. They fed off of the energy given off by the audience. I know with the acrobats and the tossing of the clay pots, I believe, those actors wanted to be kind of hyped up a little bit from the audience and wanted their encouragement in order to do their performance, which is definitely different than a lot of the theater I've gone to. Whereas no matter what happens with the audience, the actors have to still stay in their kind of bubble. Moving on to prompt 2, I saw the different aspects of Chinese theater in this performance, but what really stands out to me is the Beijing opera style. It definitely, the breakdown of the characters in the show play a key role here, as well as the music. We can see through the characters, specifically the Jing and the Cho, I believe is how you pronounce them, or the kind of the makeup with the Jing plays a role here. It was a little hard for me to see actual stage makeup on the plain-faced actors versus like a mask with the main foe, I believe, of this show. You can definitely see how the mask plays a role in showing his hardness, his kind of demeanor in a sense about how he's going to take the main female character away from the main male character. We definitely see he's a more godly figure, I guess you could say, in comparison to the other characters. In addition, there was the kind of bird imitation that was going on by the character in the elaborate purple costume. We definitely see the godly character there. It wasn't so much as a mask, more as his presence on the stage. In addition to the Jing, we saw the Cho character, or the comic, and he was by far my favorite character, but we saw that he was engaging with the audience, and he broke that fourth wall. He was very, like, played a key role in this show up until his death after intermission. He basically kind of ran it a little bit. He was definitely the storyteller and gave a lot of comedic relief during kind of the intense parts. And he did a lot for the show as a whole, and it was great to watch him. He was like I said, he was one of my favorites. Another aspect we see in this show is the music. I was really impressed at the fact that, I don't know if it was just where I was sitting so I couldn't see very well, but it was, a lot of the characters didn't speak, or the way that they were singing wasn't actually them. It was the vocals from the music played off stage. And during the readings, I saw that it was two types of music or songs being played, and the songs basically showed the emotions or the reactions of the characters. And we get a great example of this during the show after the main female character is captured and she is doing acrobats and dancing with the evil person in the show. And it definitely shows a lot of emotion, that she's distraught and that she is in a place where she doesn't want to be. But it also shows a very delicate side to the whole thing too. Definitely through the emotions and the reactions, the music plays a big role. In addition, the reading showed that in the early days of Beijing opera, the orchestra itself was offstage. And I kind of saw that through the music being played offstage. So it was just kind of like integrated a bit. Whereas most shows I've seen, it's a lot of it happens on stage. Moving on to prompt 3. It definitely broadened my appreciation for the Chinese theater. The only downfall I have to this is that it was very hard to follow because I didn't know if there was a storyline or if there was just bits and pieces of a storyline and then a bunch of comic relief. It definitely had its own essence to it. I saw a lot of, no matter what, this show was very delicate, and I've always thought the traditions of China had their own way of saying, I'm still strong, but in a very delicate way. It's definitely changed my kind of understanding of Chinese theater in a sense that it's not the most traditional thing I've seen Western-wise, but it still keeps the traditions of all these different theaters in kind of one thing moving forward, I guess you could say, into the future. Because theater is constantly changing, and the fact that they're able to keep the traditional aspects of these styles of theater is really, I really appreciate it, and it's very, very interesting to watch. Well, I hope you enjoyed my responses, and thank you for your time.